Alright, so what is going on, everyone? Doozy here. So today I figured I would try to give you guys a few tips on how you can best increase your power level in Destiny 2. You know, try to get ready for that raid next week, and also Trials of Osiris, or whatever Trials is going to be. It comes out a few days after that, but as of right now, I'm just really looking forward to that raid. I can't wait to see what they do with that. Anyways, I'm going to split this up into 3 parts. So the first part is going to be 0 through 260, then 260 to 265, and then 265 on up to 300. So first off, let's begin with the road to 260. So the first thing you want to do is go to the campaign and reach level 20. So you should reach level 20 just by going through the campaign. Although if you don't, then you should be really close, like I would say like level 19 or 18 or 19, something like that. But I got to level 20 going through the campaign, so you should be able to. And then a little side note here, you may want to hold off on going for the other subclasses until you finish the campaign, because you can eventually kind of finish the challenges for them once you're actually doing these public events and stuff like that. But anyways, after you do the campaign and after you reach level 20, you then want to go to the European Dead Zone and do a mission called Patrols that Cade 6 is given to you. And then after you complete this, you will unlock patrols on every planet, and there's the same type of patrols from Destiny 1, so if you're familiar with those, then you should have no problem getting used to these. But then after that, your main source of getting up to 260 is going to be doing public events, lost sectors, and patrols. You don't want to do any adventures or strikes, because those, I mean, the reward isn't really worth the time as for what you get. Like adventures, they take like 10 minutes, I would say, and I've only got like, out of all the adventures I've done, I've only got maybe 2 blue drops in a single adventure, so it's normally like 1 blue and maybe like a planetary token. So adventures aren't really worth your time. Same thing as strikes. I mean, you can do strikes later on, but as you're trying to level up, I wouldn't really worry about them too much. But more specifically, the public events and the lost sectors. But the patrols are going to help you out on something that's going to help you in the long run that I'll explain in just a second. But, you know, while you're out doing these patrols, make sure you do the patrol challenges, and they're, like, specific to whatever planet that you're on, and I think they refresh every day. Like, for instance, the one, I had some on Nessus, and they were, like, kill 75 Fallen, loot a lost sector in a certain area, and, like, gather certain materials. So they're really not that hard, and I think they refresh every day. And if you complete those, you get a total of, like, 3 planetary tokens, which will help you out. But then also, keep in mind, this is actually really important. Whenever you're out doing these public events, make sure you're not doing them on the planet that has the flashpoint for that week. Like, for instance, this week when I'm recording this video, it is the European Dead Zone. So don't go to the European Dead Zone to do the patrols or the public events or anything, because I accidentally messed up. I was playing with one of my friends trying to help him level up, and we were doing public events in the European Dead Zone, and it actually counted for my flashpoint. So I was only in the 240 power level, so my reward from that was pretty low. So make sure you don't go to the planet where the flashpoint is that week, unless of course you're already 265, then this doesn't apply to you. But also, while you're out doing these public events and these lost sectors and everything, make sure you gather planetary materials and like chests, and watch out for like high value targets, because they can give you planetary tokens and stuff that'll help you out. But you know, grind out these public events and lost sectors as your main source of blues, with the exception of like killing off high value targets and then getting their chests, as well as like sometimes planetary chests. And you can also get blues from just killing enemies as well. I've actually even got a legendary from a planetary chest, so make sure you pick those up. It's a rare occasion, but it does happen. And then of course, while you're out doing these public events and stuff, you're more than likely going to get some legendary and exotic Engrams. I've only got like 2 exotics to drop from public events. I'm just really unlucky, I guess, but you'll definitely get some legendaries. And when you get these, you might as well go decrypt them right away, because unlike Destiny 1, it's not going to help you out to save these up and try to open them up later on, because the power level is actually determined when it drops. So, you know, saving it up until you get a higher power level wouldn't help you out. So just go open it up as soon as you get it. But you want to keep doing this, keep grinding out public events and going and doing lost sectors and stuff until you get up to 260. And unfortunately, that is where the blues cap out, at least for right now. Later on, when you're over like 275, the blues go up, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So next up, we're going to move on to 260 to 265. So if you've been saving up your planetary materials and your tokens and stuff like I told you, then you'll definitely be pretty glad that you did right now, because they're going to come in handy. So next up, start turning in your tokens and planetary materials to the vendors and your gunsmith parts or weapon parts. And keep doing this until you get up to 265, because unfortunately that is where the vendor stuff caps out, unless you get a weapon that has a legendary mod, which can give it a +5 attack and take it up to 270. Other than that, everything's going to be capped out at 265, but still, that's a really easy way to help you go from 260 to 265 if you save up your materials that whole time. But then after 265 is where your exotic quests and your milestones come in handy. And your milestones are things like, you know, your flashpoints, the nightfall and stuff like that. So you want to go do those and then do your exotic quest. And these exotic quests, the exotics can actually drop quite a bit higher than what your light level is. Like, for instance, I think my friend, when he was doing the Mida quest, he was like 270, maybe 271, and the Mida came in at like 283. So it can drop quite a bit higher than what your actual light level is, which will help you out a lot. And by the way, I said light level, I meant power level. I'm still trying to get over Destiny 1. just ignore that. But be sure to do your weekly milestones and the nightfalls and flashpoints each week. And anything that says it will give you powerful gear, be sure to do that last. That way, like I said, you don't mess up and do it early and end up getting something that isn't really going to help you out that much because you're a lower power level. But then after you do all of that, the only thing we really have left until the raid and trials comes out is to rely on exotic engrams. Of course, if you're watching this video after the raid and trials came out, then this part doesn't really apply to you. But as of right now, the only way to try to get up to 300 is just to rely on these exotics until the raid comes out. But without a doubt, I say it is possible to get up to like 280, maybe if you're lucky. I think my max is probably going to be 275, 280, somewhere between there. But it is without a doubt possible to get up to 280, maybe even 285 if you're lucky. I've seen someone up to 281 on my friends list. So if you just happen to be really lucky with getting these exotics, then you're good to go. But if you're like me and you never get exotics, then you're out of luck. But anyways, these are just some of my ways of trying to increase my power level. I've already started to level up my hunter, and it's actually going pretty well since I have some of those bonus XP tokens that I got from buying some Pop-Tarts. And weird enough, I just now got the codes from that yesterday, like a week after I redeemed them, so I don't know what's up with that, but it's helping me level up my hunter, so it's whatever. But if there was anything I missed out on, be sure to let me know in the comments below, because I'm sure I missed out on a few things. So like I said, if I did, just let me know in the comments, and I'll try to pin it, that way people can see it. But anyways, that is basically it for this video. So if you found this video helpful, or you enjoyed or anything, if you would leave a thumbs up on the video, I would really appreciate it. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos and all that good stuff. And until next time, I will catch you all later.